Hello, I'm Marcus V. Calvert, and welcome to Tales Unlimited. A disturbing thought of the day involves weather. Um, what if you have a fantasy world, much like Earth? You have an equator, you have an island system like the Bahamas, and they have storms. Oh, they have storms that are just rotten. It's a horrible storm season. And so you have magic users who settle in, who master elemental magic, warlocks and witches mainly, and they charge and make good money protecting the shipping lanes during the storm season for 3 months. If not for them, no ships could travel. It'd just be too crazy, too insane. So they put one on a ship. The ship goes from Alpha to Beta, safe and sound, right? Um, and people actually come from all around to learn storm magic on those islands because they have it better than anybody else in terms of the skills. And their favorite spell is when a hurricane's going to emerge. They actually can bottle up the storm and manifest it as a person, turn a storm into a dude or a dudette. They prefer dudes. So, say you're a Category 2 storm, they'll turn you into a dorky little dude, tie you to a tree, and folks have parties around you and pelt you with rotten fruit. It's like, you can't do this. I'm a storm. I have rights. And after a couple of days, the storm breaks into water and wind and harmlessly dissipates because of a, a sea witch or a sea warlock and someone good at storm magic. And on the furthest edge, there's this one little island where the best of them all resides. This dude is a pot-bellied, balding, lecherous old man. And 9 months out of the year, whining women, whining women, whining women. But when storm season hits, he is on his job. He is the best of them. Anybody who learns storm magic typically swings by his door with gold in hand and says, hey, can you teach me what you know? And he's happy to share as long as you're happy to pay. And he handles the worst storms. Sometimes he travels to handle the worst storms. And this time, though, it's not a Category 5. It's worse. It's a storm so powerful that it took him 2 days to bottle it. And the strain of it forced him to use all his reserves of magic, and it kills him. He has a heart attack. And his last action, he dies with a smile as he beats the storm and forces it into human form. And the storm goes, thank you. And someone comes along, drunk and idiot, pelts him with rotten fruit. He puts his fist through him. Okay. His apprentices show up and try to, bind him. They die fast. And so you have a walking storm made flesh. And sometimes, they have to bind storms, but a lot of times at worst, you buy the storm a few drinks, maybe get the storm laid. This is not one of those nice storms. This is like an alpha storm. What's it going to do on those islands as it has the powers of wind and rain and water? Oof. That's a disturbing thought. And that's where I'll stop. Okay, I'm Marcus V. Calvert. This is Tales Unlimited. Please check out talesunlimited.net. That's the website. So there are podcasts, 2 of them. They're daily. There's the Battery Daily Prompt and Disturbing Thought of the Day. Please check them out. Also, there are book links. They lead straight to Amazon, available in print and ebook. There's the Battery series, 200 prompts and a little wisdom on writing. It's meant for someone trying to finish that great American novel who can't seem to finish it. Okay, Battery. What's the logic? Well, if you write enough short stories, the novel is doable. So, if you follow the system all the way through, you will actually have anthologies to sell, and you can get started as a writer in the business before you even finish your first novel. Also, it's good for writers of varying degrees of interest, talent, whatever. So if you're just an evil GM who never wants to write a book, Battery, because of the prompts. They're just sick ideas. It's also good for game designers, screenwriters, comic book writers, even grizzled novelists who might need one idea for an inspiration for the next novel series. Check it out. It's also good for short story anthologies. So the anthologies series on Heroic, Book of Schemes, both of them are New School Twilight Zone, 25 stories to a book. Themes are on Heroic, unlikely heroes saving the day, like What if you're an AI built into a mirror who has to talk its creator out of going on a killing spree because some kid broke her heart during senior prom? AI on the wall. Who's the smartest of them all? It's one of those scenarios. I mean, serious teen angst. And she's just gonna, she's thinking about breaking off with her mad gadgets or maybe even the zombie virus or something might nuke his half of the city. And the mirror has to do this without getting broken because he's mirror 12. It's mirror 12. And the other 11 AIs were all broken with a sledgehammer that she keeps in her closet. So good luck. And then there is the Book of Schemes. That series is about schemes, twisted, diabolical, fiction. I think I even threw in a Western. I mean, they're all over the place. So in this case, upper management, for example. What if you have two guys going for a corner office corporate slot? And one guy he's charismatic, he's brilliant, he knows the job, he has friends, he's well liked, well respected, shooing for the job. And then you have this other guy who is an obnoxious prick. Allergies for everything. Don't let him get drunk. But he's smart. He's very, very smart. He knows the job. He could do the job, but no one likes him. But he has one other edge up his sleeve. He's a demon. So when the smoke clears, who's going to get that corner office? Also, novel series, iVillain. Think of it as Sin City with superpowers. You have this guy named Benjamin Clyde, gentleman fixer, dude in a suit. He's the guy you call when you want to make your wife disappear, or you want your brother to become a U.S. senator, or you want to start an ethnic cleansing, because he has the best mercenaries money can buy. Experts in assorted fields. A lot of them have superpowers. He handpicked them. And he's the best fixer in the game. But as far as everyone knows, he's just a dude with a phone. And one night, a deal goes bad, and he has to make amends, even though the guy he had killed had it coming. It's like, okay, fine. What do I have to do to make this right? Give up my billions? Done. Fire all my people? Done. Give up my empire? Done. What else? Oh, I have to fight crime. And in a town worse than Gotham, that's suicide, because it's the superhuman crime capital of the world. He's not supposed to last. But he does. He thrives. And after saving the world on his own a few times, just happened to be, there. It's like, well, when these guys die, they leave a lot of money on the table. And people find that money and they start their own world domination schemes, or they pick up where their dead bosses left off. What if you kill everybody and take the money and they can't come back? Yeah, I like that business model. And he creates iVillain with a bunch of hardened heroes, reluctantly called heroes. Like, you call him a hero more than twice, he'll shoot you, but they're heroes. And mercs and killers. But stir them around, they save the day. All right, that's it for the day. I'm Marcus V. Calvert. This is Tales Unlimited. Till tomorrow.